wicked. Alright, we're in the building.
We are indeed.
We're in uniform. We are matching.
I know. So today, we're starting. I mean, we've done it before. We did it. Was it last year or the year before? And
last year
we did a video which kind of spoke a bit about the Morts More story and our original beginnings and how we came into this business. Today we're going to go deeper. Now this is going to be part one of many parts where we start.
Part two. Well, the other one will be part one.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so this will be part two.
This is part two, but it's from a different perspective because we kind of spoke very generally last time.
Okay, yeah. So I think it was like, how did we get into? We spoke about our personal sort of like overall school, this, that, and then business kind of thing. Yeah.
And now we're going to get into the nitty gritty of how the ideas came about, how we formulated the company, how we found our tailors, and some of our wins and losses along the way. So as I said, this is going to be one part of many. So let's start at the beginning.
Yeah. So I mean, for those of you that have been around us for a while, or just been following our journey for a while, you will be aware that Senna and myself, we run a tailoring company, Morts More. We are not tailors ourselves, per se. We don't physically cut the cloth. We don't physically sew the cloth. However, we do measure and we do fittings. Now,
and
we're
design.
not... And design. But we are not tailors. So what happens is, in our company is, we design, we measure, we then give the product to our tailors who we employ, who then make the product and then give it back to us. We then do the fitting process with the client and then wave them on their merry way. That is the way the process works. Mm-hmm. How did we find our tailors? That's an interesting question. The first thing I think we did was, this is way back when we was in another company. 2008.
So when we, was it 2008/2009? 2008, the idea came about for what we called the company then, which was My Tailored Suit.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got a bit of a stuffy nose, block nose.
Yeah. So we was brainstorming for that, weren't we? And then we just thought straight away clothes. I mean, no, that was it. So there was the guy that was coming over that one of our friends saw was an Indian tailor. So we just thought, okay, cool, Asia. Mm-hmm. Asia's got to be a good place to start. We could sort of make clothes. We always used to hear about manufacturing out there. A lot of people mentioned China and all these things. So then I think with the research we did online, Google, we found, I think there's a popular opinion around Thailand. Yeah,
Thailand for cheap but good looking suits. So we did our research. Myself and Josh decided, look, we're going to take a trip out to Thailand. We're going to try and find some tailors and start the business.
It was so rubbish, Joe. It was so rubbish, Joe. Now I think about it, it was so rubbish. Because think about it, right? We just tapped into Google, tailors, Asia, Thailand, okay, cool. We didn't really find anyone. We just found maybe one or two names of some shops out there.
And
not everyone's
where to go to.
And where to go to. We just thought, okay, cool, we'll go to Phuket and we'll go to Patong. And we just went. We just jumped to the thing and went, and then we landed in Bangkok. That was the plan. Not Bangkok, sorry, we landed in Thailand.
No, we landed in Bangkok.
We landed in Bangkok.
We landed in Bangkok and then took a plane to Phuket.
Phuket, and that was it. And then now we're in Phuket.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
But this is how you know how novice and how not uneducated, how unwith it we were.
Yeah.
We went out to tailor shops to say, look, we want business. We want you guys to white label our company goods. But we went there wearing suits.
Oh man, shit.
So we brought...
It was bad, sorry.
So we brought our own suits that we bought from the high street here, shirts, went out to Thailand, wore our suits to go and be like, we didn't even arrange appointments. We just started walking into tailor shops.
We just landed.
Yeah, and they must have seen us from a mile away. A mile away. And every time we went into shops to say, look, can you do this? Can you? Yeah, we can do it. Then we just realised, hold on, there's far too many yes people. Everybody's like, yes, we can do it. Yes, we can do that. I'm like, this isn't adding up. And I think, was it after the first day, did we get more casual? Did we ever get more casual?
We got casual the next day. I think we got casual the very next day. And I think that's another important thing, right? This is an important lesson to learn in business, right? Especially when you're doing international business, is learn how the people do business that you're going to see, right? So if you're going to meet the Japanese, you're going to meet Australians, you're going to meet South Africans, whatever, Indians, whatever you're going to meet, how do they conduct business? Now, you're going into somewhere that's like 40-degree weather, 40-degree heat. Are you expected to wear a 3-piece suit, a tie, shoes, hard-bottom shoes, leather-bottom shoes?
I don't think we wore ties.
I don't think we wore ties, but we definitely wore
suits and jacket.
And it was hilarious because I was sweating.
Yep.
I'm talking about my shirt was probably see-through at the time. It was just hilarious. So we're talking about, we was trying to act like businessmen. We was probably so young, walking out there, fresh face. I didn't have the beard then.
We must have been 25 at the time.
I didn't have the beard then. I was looking so young and talking about business, trying to act like a big businessman.
Matter of fact, I think it was actually February.
It was hot.
It was like February 2009.
I can't remember the time.
10 years ago. It was like 10 years.
It was hot.
Yeah, because we were both
sweating.
It was definitely before our birthdays.
Yeah, I was sweating. And yeah, it was actually poor. No, it might have been April. Maybe it was February. No, maybe it was February. I don't know. But either way, sweating. Yeah. It was bad. We ended up. Listen, this is the thing. The funny thing is, so we went out there to negotiate to find a manufacturer, right? But all we essentially did was walk into shops.
Yep.
Like we just walked into retail shops that were on the high street over in.
Yeah.
We're just like, hey,
we didn't even try and go to factories. We literally went to somebody's stores. Those guys are buying from somebody else probably.
Yeah.
And we went to all these stores saying, yeah, can you make for us?
Yeah, we can. Yes.
Oh, can you do this? Yeah. Can you send to the UK?
Yes.
Can you? And it was just like, we was writing down lists of stuff of shops. And then we just realised everybody is like, yes.
Oh, it was all the same. And to be fair, look, and the funny thing is, in the end, they are excellent salesmen. Salesmen. So in the end, we ended up buying suits from that shop, We got
there were
ready.
two in particular that we thought, okay, you know what, these guys are actually talking to us like we need to know more.
Like we're business people.
Like we're business people and actually wanted
to... business cards. I printed off some business cards from the computer.
No way.
I swear the business cards wasn't proper business cards. They weren't. They were made... They were homemade.
Really?
100%. Our business cards were homemade. They were almost paper.
Oh, wow.
Almost. They were homemade. I remember they were bad.
I remember we must have had something.
I remember I made them and I gave you some. I don't think we really used them. They were really bad.
Wow.
They were really bad. Wow. But either way, that's the business card. So, yeah, you're right. So there's two. There were two.
So, I was going to say, let's for purposes call them Peter and Jack, but that was actually the names they gave us.
Oh, come on. Listen, I'm not being funny, right? So, you land in Thailand, right? Everyone's got an English name. Like, come on.
And they were actually Indians from India. One was called Peter, one was called Jack.
Paul, Simon, John, that's all their names, and it's hilarious, but it is what it is. It might actually be their names. It might be. I just doubt it.
No, it wasn't. Because when they emailed us, it was always from a different email address.
Yeah.
But signed Peter.
Yeah, and it had like 7 syllables in the first name. Like, I mean, so I understand, like an Englishman maybe, or a Brit, struggling to say the name. So maybe that's why they came up with it, which is hilarious. Which is funny. But, so we got Jack and Peter. I just remember they convinced us to buy suits. We bought suits. We went for the fitting. I remember turning up and thinking, I was underwhelmed, but at the same time, I was happy because it's the first suit I'd ever had made for me. So I'm putting on a suit and I'm like, it's made for me, but I couldn't articulate why it wasn't the bomb. But it was alright, it was okay, it was made for me, so I was still excited. And it fit. So, okay, cool, the legs long enough, the arms long enough, the stomach looks okay, cool. I think I bought like a brown pinstripe with like gold, like very faint gold. So it's like a brown suit pinstripe, so faint gold pinstripes. And yeah, I really like that fabric. So that was a 3-piece.
Yeah, I can't remember what one was a grey suit.
Yeah,
I remember that now. It was like a grey herringbone or self stripe, and then the other one was a navy suit. Now, when I was getting this one was from a guy Jack. And
Jack was our friend, by the way. Took us out to eat.
Yo.
So yeah.
Wait, did he pay for us to eat?
I can't remember who paid.
I don't think he paid.
I can't remember who paid.
But he came out with us to watch football.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So, and was he American? He had an American accent or something.
No, I think he put it on. I think he put it on.
He might have done.
But he's our great friend. He's a good friend.
Yeah.
Obviously, you bought suits on him.
Yeah, before he... Anyway, let's talk about it. So, Jack managed to convince me of this fabric because I was like, I'm not sure. Jack was like, this is a good fabric. It's nice and soft. It'll be good for the UK weather and all sorts. I was like, alright, cool. Got the suit. Not bad. Fitting was cool. Yeah. It was better than anything I'd ever had. Especially back then, I think I was a bit chubbier and whatnot. So getting a suit, I'd never really got suits that fit well. So I was like, alright, cool. they did it within the 2 days, or even a day, however much. It was like $99 for the suit, or no, they upgraded me. I'm sure I paid like $120, $130.
But obviously, those weren't the prices we were going to pay when we start our business and our business.
Exactly.
Obviously, we had to pay those first just to test the product, and then obviously we're going to
as you do
great business with them.
Yeah,
obviously. So I think you had that, and I also had a navy blue 3-piece with like red pinstripes, slightly wide. I like that suit as well. I like that fit slightly better than the brown one. But either way, these are the suits he got. Make great friends with Peter. Obviously, I think you met him for food as well at some point. So they were like whining and dining, taking us out. I can't remember if we paid or not, but they were showing us around. Great friends, Jack, Peter. Flew back to London. Did I miss anything? Did I miss something?
Was that? Yeah, no. Before we talk about that, do we talk about our missed flight?
Mate, I don't know why we did that. I don't know how it happened.
I know how it happened.
How did it happen?
Because we had a flight which was, say, it was 10 a.m.
Okay.
And then we were like, yeah, we need to leave for the flight. And I was like, oh yeah, but we only have to check in an hour beforehand. In our heads.
That ain't it. No, because I remember but there was a connection flight. The connection
That's what I'm talking about, the connection flight.
Was late. Not we.
No, we were late. We had like an hour to make the flight, and we were leaving our hotel in the hour. Oh. So it was like 9 a.m. The flight was 10, and then we got caught in mad traffic. So trying to get there, when we got there was like 20 minutes before the flight. They were like, nah, the check-in desk had left.
And then did we have to pay for both flights back then? Because we had to do the connection one back to Bangkok and then from Bangkok to London, right?
Yes, because we missed both of our flights.
That's what I was thinking.
Because we missed the connection, that made us miss the flight from Bangkok back to UK. We ended up sleeping in the airport.
That was rubbish. Do you know what? We slept in the airport in
Thailand. Slept in the airport.
In Bangkok.
Yeah. I remember we were frantically on the phone to your sister trying to get her to help us get another flight. Yeah. And also get insurance or get them to change our flights for the Bangkok. So I think
crazy.
We paid for the the connection one, but we didn't have to pay for the other one.
So yeah, I think my sister paid for that.
She paid crazy for us because I don't think we had the money.
Yeah, that's how crazy it was. So we've flown out to Thailand, right? Little money. We're graduates. Obviously, we got our first jobs, but we've put all our money together to start this business, this venture.
Because we flew out in a whim. We flew out like within 2 weeks of us deciding.
Flew out to Thailand. We didn't even book a hotel. We landed there. What's hotel? And that was so funny.
Cab driver, take us to a hotel. Man took us to the one that was going to pay him.
And we went in there, and we did we check in or not? I can't remember because I know we didn't go to the first hotel.
Oh, when he took us there, it was like nah. It was some dark, dingy place.
Then we jumped in, went to another one. I can't remember how we landed at our hotel in the end, but it must have been close to the beach.
But it wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. It was close to the beachfront, and we just walked in, negotiated the price, and paid. And it seemed like a fair price. So it was just so funny. We went out there splashing money, like flying here, eating there.
We even partied.
Booked a hotel, partied. Yeah. And then we bought these suits. Then we came home, and we missed our flight. We can't afford to pay for our own flight. My sister had to pay. But anyway, so that's like the sis because we got home. We got home. We're here, and we started selling suits.
But so funny. Now we go back to why Jack wasn't really my friend.
Okay, why wasn't Jack your friend?
So, my navy suit, I got home, obviously, going to work now, because obviously we're still working. I'm rocking my suits like, yeah, tailored. I'm the man. I wore my navy suit twice, and the bubbles on it were crazy. It was so horrible. I was like, what is this?
One and done.
One and done. Trying to phone Jack now. Can't get hold of Jack. Yeah, can't get hold of Jack. Phone in the office. Oh no, there's nobody called Jack who works. I'm like, come on, guys. We were in your office how many times?
Not his real name, Jack, but Jack. That's what we're looking for. Still no, there's no Jack. Sorry. There's
no Jack, and I'm emailing him, no responses. I'm just like, listen, Jack, we're going to bring you so much business. I just need you to sort out my suit.
Jack. We've got 10 clients lined up.
Yeah.
Just sort this one out.
Yeah.
He ain't buying
nothing. No, I think at first he was like, oh yeah, no, we'll sort it.
Send the orders.
Yeah, send it back. And then just stop responding.
Nah.
And I think what it was, because to add to it, so the ones from Peter were okay. Now we had 2 other business partners. We weren't really satisfied with what we got, so they flew back out to Thailand. And I gave them my trousers to go and try and get to Jack. But I don't think they even went to Patong. Did
they went. They met all the people that we met.
I don't think they met Jack.
It was Peter they met. So they met with Peter, and they had a good relation, like good chat with him, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think ultimately, I don't think we continued with Peter after that. But
no, we did.
Did we?
We did.
He came to London. That's a funny thing. He came to London. We wined and dined him here. Had meetings here. We were buying actually a few suits from Peter.
Yeah, we did. We work with
in
Peter
that
for
year.
a little.
So I think it must have been like 6 months between our flight and their flight.
No, it wasn't even. It was like 3 months.
Exactly, it's 3 months.
Because it was them. They were flying out to verify the relationship.
It's crazy how we were just flying out like crazy. We were just little kids flying all over the place. So we're flying out. They've flown back 3 months later. Verify the relationship. He's come over here. We're doing all this talk. So buying a few suits in between that time. And then
they also found 2 tailors themselves.
So they found the tailors themselves. Now the funny thing is, this is the funny thing about the whole situation. Those first suits he bought, right? So I remember us walking around in these suits. I remember I went to City Love, one of my friends' parties. I went to a few of these places and I was wearing this suit. I was proud of what I'm wearing. I got the picture still. And I just remember we booked a photo shoot. I'm on the phone to this photographer. It's a great photographer in London. And I'm like, this is who we are. What energy, this youthful energy. And he's over the phone. He's like, look, I don't usually do shoots with small time people or this budget or whatever the budget is.
This is David.
But, it's David. And he goes, but for some reason I'm loving your energy. I'm going to do a shoot for you guys for X amount. And this is literally peanuts with that. When we came back to do another shoot with him, when we were much more established and we had a bit more money and he gave us a proper price, it was like, whoa, what's this? It was like, whoa. So he did us a massive favour. Peanuts, just off the strength of a phone call, picking up the phone, calling and say, look, this is who I am, this is what we want to do. I was like, yeah, I'm sold. And I remember saying, cool, we set the shoot set for like St. Paul's Cathedral area in London.
Oh, damn.
We went down there to scope.
I forgot about that.
This is the thing, we was going down there just to scope and look around at certain places we could take shots. With him, right? And so I'm wearing my suit. Senna's wearing his suit. We walk up there. So I just remember we were sitting in the coffee shop, we're just talking over stuff.
Cafe Rouge.
And then I must have been after about an hour, 2 hours when we were about to leave, and he goes, look, lads, I'm not being funny, like, I got the impression of who you guys are and I was excited, but these suits ain't all that. These suits ain't cutting it, I'm sorry. They're quite boring. They're actually quite boring. And then it was from there that I really stopped and I looked at the suits. And with the suits, right, I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands a lot, but with the suits, they were very almost like straight and boxy. There was no cut to them. They were just straight down. They did the job. I couldn't remember when I said I couldn't put my finger on why I wasn't bowled over by the suit, but it was a good suit. Like in terms of the design was put together well. The fabric was rubbish. It was falling apart, yes. However, the shape, there was no shape to it at all. And I was just like, these are pretty pathetic. They fit, but they're pathetic.
They were better than what we were buying off the high street. But as a tailored suit,
you couldn't see. I think like, for a layman looking at us, they wouldn't think, whoa, you compared to a tailored suit.
Because I came back, I remember when I came back and people were so underwhelmed with my suit. I used to be like, yeah, it's tailored. People like, oh, nice. That was it.
But this is the thing, because we were young, right, and people didn't know too much about tailored suit, they just assume, okay, it's tailored, so it must be good. Even though it doesn't look good, but you said it's tailored, so I know it's a good suit because it's tailored. But because we're all young, we all just assuming it's good, but it's rubbish. It was absolute rubbish. Yes, it was tailored, but it was rubbish. Poor quality, poor cut, poor craftsmanship, poor materials. And that was the end of us doing business with Peter and Jack.
With
Peter and Jack.
Oh, no. Do you know what was the end of business with Peter? Was when we were sending them the materials that we wanted, and we were realising the materials that were coming back were not the same quality. So we would get
They were doing the old switcheroo.
They were doing the switcheroo, like, we want this navy, pure wool, and we were getting some polyester something coming back, and we were like, this doesn't look good.
This ain't that.
Yeah, this ain't what we ordered. They're like, no, it's the same. And we're like, yo, we can't trust you.
Oh, God.
I remember he actually added me on Facebook.
Oh, man.
A few years later.
Yeah, no, I stopped talking to him.
But, he added me under some woman's name. And then he messaged me and said, hi, this is Peter from Thailand. I was like, what the hell?
But I can't lie, after that, I think I did actually make some okay suits with him after that.
Yeah.
Because
they weren't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't
the cuts weren't bad.
After that, the next few suits were looking alright. They were looking like the cut was looking nice. But
But we couldn't trust him.
We couldn't trust those guys, and I think like that was the issue. So I think what happened was what finally ended the relationship with like Jack and Peter was what. So our business associates.
Jack was gone from the beginning. From the beginning.
But our business associates, after flying back, meeting with Peter and whatnot, Peter comes in, meeting with us, and and they met another guy in Bangkok now.
They met two
guys.
One of them was superior.
Exactly. So they met two people in Bangkok, right? And when they said their samples of that stuff, we were like, that's it, game over.
Killer.
These guys on point. And that ended our story of the guys in Phuket. And we ended up in Bangkok.
Cool. And Bangkok story for the next one.
Yeah, Joe, we'll tell the Bangkok story next time, because that's interesting. People don't really know too much of the origins of where we were making our suits. So originally when we first started, we were making suits in Thailand.
Yeah, and we never wanted to tell anybody it was Thailand because it just doesn't sound great. But we had great product.
We had great product.
For our price point, our product was great.
Yeah, no, this is the thing, and the thing is, we had a bad experience with, say, Jack and Peter, and this isn't like sort of a bad, is it indictment or whatever you want to say around Thai tailoring or even the country whatsoever. I think you can find some good products out there, you can find some good people out there. We just had a bad experience the first time out. We've made a lot of products by Thailand. When we first started up, a lot of our suits are made from Thailand, and not anymore. But there's some good products out there, and I think with Thai tailoring, I now can, because we worked with those guys for so long, I can notice the little hallmarks of someone that's working with a Thai tailor. So if I look at a tailor now here, and I see them, the books they bring, the style of measuring, the way they do certain things, I'm like, yeah, you're working with a Thai tailor. Even to the point where I can look at the construction and feel it, and I just know it's from that part of the world. I just know.
Certain things, button positioning, all sorts. There's certain things that they do differently, which is their standard. That let us know these things. And it wasn't until we moved from Thailand to Europe that we started to really see the difference. Because we knew we had good product, but we also knew we weren't at the position to compete with the best that we were seeing in the UK. And our price point also didn't allow us to employ the best tailors, because we're like, we can't afford that. And so it was a catch-22. It was like, do we keep our price point, keep our customer base, and have subpar product? Or do we improve and have to up our pricing in order to be able to provide the best for the best clients? And we're about quality people.
Definitely.
So you know exactly which way we went.
Definitely. So I mean, in terms of us, we're always looking at ways in which we can improve. Always looking at ways we can just like, what's the word I want to say? Like, what's the word I want to say? Like, I mean,
Kaizen.
Kaizen. Is that Japanese?
Yeah, continuous improvement.
Continuous improvement.
So guys, you may say, okay, so why are we telling you this? We want you guys to understand what's possible. Like, for us, when we started, everything was possible. Before we knew there were constraints, before we knew and really had an idea, if we had known the journey, we might never have taken it. But now that we've taken the journey, we'll do it again 100 times over, because we understand now with the hardships and the challenges, we overcame people's idea of what's possible. Like, a lot of people told us, we shouldn't do this, it's not going to work, it's not going to be successful. And
them guys in the city will never buy suits from you boys.
Exactly. But we had a level of ignorance to us that said,
never.
No, we can do this.
Well, two black guys from South London, I don't know, buy suits from them, I don't know.
Listen,
off the back of a truck.
And I will tell you now, us in 2008 is very different from us in 2018/19. Like, we've refined a lot. And that's through sales, working environments. Like you said, we were South London. We are South London.
I am South London still.
We are South London.
Born and bred, still there. It's right there. It's in there, it's in the heart, it's in the chest.
Yeah, so our language, our vernacular was very different back in the day. But we've had to learn to adapt and to be where we need to be. We have to be able to...
But this is the thing, I feel like I still talk unpolished. So this is the thing, like I say, it's not the same South London slang, but I feel like I've got like a Cockney slang, some weird imitation Cockney slang.
But you say that,
I don't know.
But depending on who we're talking to, it adjusts. As soon as we have a 70-year-old white client come in, the language changes up a bit.
But I feel like my Cockney still... I feel like when I'm doing business, right, and I'm I'm fully relaxed and I'm unconscious of how I'm talking. I'm unconscious now. I feel I go fully Cockney. Oh, is it? Okay, I'm with you. Like that type of. But I'm not even from that part. I don't even want that.
I know. I hear it in you, but no, but I don't think. I think you talk like that when you're around our peers of sorts.
No, I think I talk more South London. Like, allow it. You get me. Like that's more. That a bit more saucy. It's a bit more that language. I feel like when I know I'm in front of like a corporate client, and I get excited. I'm just not thinking. It's more Cockney. In it.
Maybe.
But then when I'm fully focused, I'm like, hi, how are you? You're coming into Morts More today, and how may I help? It's just that.
How may I help? What is this?
I sound like one of those call centers that's based in India.
Yeah, you do.
They sound like they're from
You sound like one of them Africans trying to pretend like he grew up in London. That's what you sound like now.
I sound like a Nigerian that sounds like they grew up in LA. Goss.
No. There's the ones who do the UK too. There's the ones who do the UK. But anyway, we digress.
Yeah, go on.
So, the point of it all is, guys, anything is possible when you put your mind to it. We didn't know where we'd be. We had aspirations, but we were just like, look, let's do it. We don't have to be the guys who are in music or in entertainment or who are in drugs. We don't have to be the guys who are...
I used to rap though.
I'm gonna add one of his songs to this. I've got ammo in here. I've got ammo.
Our music was great.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
It was before its time.
It was decent. I don't know about before its time, but it was at its time. It was definitely at its time. Yeah. So guys, just listen. Essentially, we want you guys to see what is your possible. What's your possible? Like, don't limit yourself. You want to do it? Go out there, push yourself, make it happen.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Alright, so thanks for watching. I don't even know if I opened this video. I don't think I did.
You didn't.
So I'm just gonna keep quiet.
He is.
Well, thanks for watching. I hope you got something from that.
As always, guys, make sure you like, comment, let us know your thoughts, share, and if you're not already, please subscribe. You can also find us on all of our social media channels. So you can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, as well as Facebook. And send any questions that you may have to us at ask@mortsandmore.com, and we're more than happy to answer and help. Alright? Cool, guys. Until next time.
Today got the grey. There's no memo went out, so we just wore what came natural and it was grey. Well, you guys wearing grey today?
You're not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alright, yeah, I don't know where we're going with this one, but let's let it go.
Yeah, let's let it go. Yeah.
Alright.
Well, that.
Yeah, get my name right.
You.
And as always, guys, it's been a long video today. No, not as always. It's been a long video, but
we're always about improvement. We're always about just trying to. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying anything. I'm just talking. So I'm not going to say anything else. That's it.